All right, Laker fans, we're live here with a little over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lakers and Nuggets tied up at 14 points apiece. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther. I'm going to be with you all night long here. Game 3 between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. I know it's been a little while since I've been with you, but man, it's good to be back, and I'm excited to talk about some Laker basketball and Mile High basketball as well, with the Denver Nuggets making a push, but Lakers take a quick lead. 16-14 as JaVale McGee knocks down a shot and one off the LeBron James assist. LeBron already well on his way to a triple-double, 6 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds with over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. That's a hot start for LeBron. You love to see it because, I mean, he's had solid games. You know, last game he was good. First game he was good. But, man, if this team wants to be the championship team that we know it is, he's got to be triple-double LeBron in the NBA Finals and, you know, potentially tonight as well, because the Nuggets are, you know, we saw it early on. They came out with something to prove that now the Lakers got off to a hot start, and then the Nuggets popped in real fast and came back with an answer. I mean, the Nuggets are the team that are playing for something here. I mean, you know, if the Lakers lose, they'll be all right. They can afford to drop a game. They're already up 2-0. The Nuggets cannot afford to drop this game. And if LeBron wants to play, you know, with that sense of urgency, that will be able to stop really what the Nuggets are trying to do here and get out and run as Gary Harris misses a shot in transition. Rebound goes out to JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee's got a pretty good start to this game. 4 points, 2 of 2 from the field. He's got 1 rebound. He just had the and one to put the Lakers ahead as Kuzma. Nice cut and a nice finish at the rim there to put the Lakers up 18-14. Nice pass from Rajon Rondo, who, I mean, you guys have seen it. You guys have watched every single game. The dude has been playoff Rondo back to his old self. So appreciate you guys watching with me. If you're in the live chat, like I know my man Big Play Slay is, I want you to shout out who you think is going to win this game. We'll give some shout outs to people that I already see in the chat. I see George Valderrama is in here, Michael Bennett, Marquise Robertson, Divot, and Big Play Slay all active in the live chat. So if you're watching along with us here on the Lakers Report, go ahead and let it be known as Nikola Jokic gets his own rebound. And knocks it down. Utrace Beats in the live chat as well. Appreciate you guys watching with us here on the Lakers Report. Game 3, Nuggets, Lakers. Big Play Slay, of course, is picking the Lakers. You know, honestly, I'm picking the Lakers as well. As Kentavious Caldwell-Pope misses a 3 from the corner. Real bad air ball there. And I believe Michael Porter Jr. has checked into the game now for Jeremy Grant. MPJ had a great game too, and you know, nobody really expects it to be that good, but it was, and he's been an animal for the Nuggets off the bench all playoffs long. And if he continues to come alive, this Nuggets team looks totally different with him off the bench, because they have a pretty good bench squad already with guys like Monty Morris and other guys like that. Big Play says, so Jimmy, do you want to talk about it? Big Play, what do you want to talk about? We can talk about anything you want to, buddy. You bring it on. We'll talk about it here on the channel. If you got questions, if you got, you know, Lakers talk, whatever it may be, let's talk about it. Whatever you got. We'll do a little Q&A throughout the game as well. At the end of the game, don't worry, we will have our post-game breakdown of this Game 3, win or lose, come rain or shine, as Jokic, nice little up and under, ties the ball game up at 18 points apiece with a little over 3 minutes to go. Big Play says, your prediction on the Clippers going to the finals. You know what? I was wrong. Clippers get knocked out by the Nuggets, and honestly, I was very happy with the way that turned out. I am not disappointed that the Clippers are out of this thing. I'll tell you that right now. I do not mind one bit that it's the Nuggets in here instead of the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, do I think the Clippers would have been a better matchup, maybe a little bit more fun to watch? Yeah, absolutely, although Game 2 was one of the most fun playoff games I've seen in a while. But look, Clippers being out, I don't mind it one bit. I do not mind it one bit. Yeah, it was against my prediction, but it is what it is. As MPJ comes in and barely puts home an alley-oop there off the feed from Jamal Murray, but does finish it nonetheless. That's his first bucket of the game. He's also got 1 assist right off the bench for the Nuggets. Tie ball game here, 20-20, but Gary Harris comes back with an answer off a Nikola Jokic assist. That is now 4 rebounds and 1 assist, 8 points for Nikola Jokic. He's off to a hot start. And with that dish to Gary Harris, gives them the lead, 22-20, their first lead of the game. Good game so far on both sides. Lakers started off hot. The Nuggets answered with a good little run, and now Nuggets back ahead, 22-20. You know, I said it before, I'll say it again. I do think the Nuggets are the team that are going to come out with something to play here in this game 3. And I mean, it's going to be a fun one. I do expect more fight from the Denver Nuggets, and I expect some fight from the Lakers as well, but they're not playing with that same sense of urgency. So what I want you guys to do in the comment section, hello, by the way, good to be here on screen with y'all here on the Lakers Report. Who's going to win game 3? L for the Lakers, in for the Denver Nuggets. I'm taking the Lakers. In fact, I think this series will go no more than 5 games. And in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers win this one. I think the Nuggets are going to kind of sit out and just kind of let the game run its course in game 4. We could see this turn into a sweep for the Lakers if they win tonight. But I do think they'll win game 3. Let me know who you got. Big Play Slay, of course, taking the Lake Show. Keep shouting it out in the live chat. I'll give you shout-outs throughout the night here and interacting with you all night long here. Game 3, Nuggets and Lakers. Good to be back here on the Lakers Report. I'll be back doing my weekly and daily videos on the Lakers Report. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video right here, right now. Now, before we get back out of this timeout, Nuggets did take the lead off a Gary Harris finish and a nice Nikola Jokic pass. It's a good finish there, but in all honesty, I think the Lakers are going to be all right. I think they're going to answer very, very well. It hasn't been a beautiful second quarter. First half of the first quarter, started off really, really strong and then kind of faded out a little bit and let the Nuggets come back and make a run. And now we're at a point where these teams are playing pretty evenly, and it's been a really, really good game. So let me know who you guys got in this game, Lakers or the Denver Nuggets. We'll continue to ask you these kind of questions all night long. Big Play Slay says he wants to shout out a random player. Shout out a random player in the live chat. Why not? It could be a random Laker, random NBA player, whoever it may be. I'll give you shout outs as we get going. I like doing the random players because it brings back all those old memories of those guys that you kind of forgot about when you were younger, but you remember watching. So go ahead and give that a shout out down below. I appreciate all 42 of you guys watching. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe to the Lakers Report if you haven't done that as well. Big Play says, hopefully we get a lot of people. I love chat sports so much. Appreciate you, Big Play. Big Time B-Ball, one of my most loyal watchers here in the chat. Appreciate them watching with us. Big Time B-Ball, anonymous as always, but seems to be watching every single one of our videos. So I appreciate you watching. Listen, it's been a solid game so far. Nothing super exciting. Nothing's really stood out besides a strong start from LeBron, who is on his way to a triple-double. As Big Time B-Ball says, Serge Ibaka. Joseph Chambers says, shout out to D Rose. Good 2 random players to start off this one. And speaking of D Rose, I do think that guy will be a Laker when this is all said and done by the end of this offseason. I think they will trade for him one way or another. So, be random. Name a random NBA player. We love doing it here on the Lakers Report, and I'm giving you guys all the opportunity in the world. I've seen Serge Ibaka and Derrick Rose. Keep them coming. Appreciate you guys interacting with us. 22-20 coming out of the timeout. A little over 2 minutes to go. Denver in the lead. LeBron James leading the way for the Lakers, but Anthony Davis has 3 points. KCP 2 points, and Kuzma 2 points. Monty Morris just checked in for the first time, I guess I should say, for Gary Harris. Big Play Slay says Tom Downey. Tom Downey, not an NBA player, but gotta love the guy anyway. Appreciate that shout out. We'll get the play-by-play back up here for you with 2 minutes left. Paul Millsap going to the free throw line after an Alex Caruso foul. I gotta tell you what, I'm impressed with Paul Millsap. This man came in, he was a star in Atlanta for a long time as a youngster, played there. I don't think he ever played anywhere else, and then he comes into Denver. Has a foot injury last year, sits out most of the year, had some injury bugs this year, but then in the playoffs, he has stepped up as a veteran leader for this Nuggets team. I like him a lot. I like his gritty play. I think he's 34, 35 years old. I think he'll be a good addition for a championship contender this offseason, as he will be a free agent. Could be a guy the Lakers look at, but, I don't know if they'll have the money to actually pick him up. And, it would make some sense, though, him next to Anthony Davis, as he knocks down both of his free throws and the Nuggets go up 24-20 with a minute 56 remaining in the first quarter. Lakers, this is their biggest deficit of the game, 4 points. They have not gone down by more than that up to this point. As we see Torrey Craig and Jeremy Grant check in for the final 2 minutes, what I would assume. Jeremy Grant, of course, has been checking LeBron James every single time in this series, and he checks in when LeBron checks in, he checks out when LeBron checks out, and it's worked pretty well. I mean, LeBron hasn't been great in this series, but he's been pretty darn good tonight as he has 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Make that 4 assists as he finds Anthony Davis for a nice little floater in the lane, and the Lakers are right back within 2 points on this one. Big Play Slay says this channel's at 17.1 thousand. What do you think we'll get today? I don't know what we're going to get today. We'll see what the audience turns out to be. The Lakers audience has been a little up and down on these playoff games, so we'll just have to wait and see as Jokic, terrible pass, right out of bounds, out of the post. So we'll see what the audience does tonight. I'd like to get up to at least 100 by the end of the second quarter, and I think if this is a good game, it's anything like game 2, we will have quite the audience by the end of this one. But Big Play, you're always a loyal watcher. I appreciate you being on with us. Sorry I wasn't live for game 1 and 2. I was a little under the weather, but I'm back to normal now. I'm back to being healthy, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go for the rest of the playoffs, and no more load management days for me. I will be here with you all series long, and hopefully during the NBA Finals as well, assuming the Lakers can close this thing out in 4 or 5. Anthony Davis goes to the free throw line after a Nikola Jokic foul. That's his first foul. Nikola Jokic's first foul as AD makes the first one 23-24, back to a 1-point ball game here. Lakers versus Nuggets game 3. Lakers have a chance to take a commanding 3-0 lead. 2-0 is already pretty commanding, but you can go up 3-0. Don't really see the Nuggets coming back at all. I don't really see the Nuggets winning this one anyway. I don't think they have the personnel to match up enough with the Nuggets, or with the Lakers, but we'll have to wait and see. So I appreciate all 38 of you watching right now. Go ahead and give this video a like if you're having a good time. If you want to continue to interact in the live chat, do that as well. Trace Beat says Jokic got to foul more. Yeah, I think you got to put him in those positions to make him foul more, as he finds Porter Jr. with a nice pass down low, and Porter Jr. finishes that one. Rondo bringing the ball up now for the Los Angeles Lakers. 58 seconds remaining in the quarter. First quarter, Lakers again took a commanding lead in the very beginning of this one, as Rondo, terrible pass, gets knocked right out of his hands, goes to Jeremy Grant, who brings it all the way down the floor, kicks it out to Torrey Craig, swings it around to, I believe that's Monty Morris in the corner, and he will take it out and clear it with 40 seconds remaining. Finds Jokic down in the post with AD on him. Fadeaway jumper, no good, but a foul on Anthony Davis. Bad foul by AD. He's trying to argue that it wasn't a foul, but it looked like a foul from my end. 7 points, 1 foul, 1 assist for Anthony Davis. Nikola Jokic has 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He also has 1 personal foul, but he misses his first free throw, which could have given the Nuggets a 3-point lead. He'll try to take the 3-point lead here. And the Nuggets are also in a position where they can go 2 for 1 at the end of this first quarter. Now, they're not really a team that likes to push and transition that much, because Nikola Jokic is kind of their point guard. He's not very much a push and transition kind of guy. But we'll see what the Nuggets do here. Paul Millsap's going to check into the game. I think for Torrey Craig, it looks like Jokic knocks down the second one. 3-point lead now for the Denver Nuggets. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot of Dwight Howard in this game. He has not checked in, I don't think, in the first quarter yet. But he played great in game 2. I mean, he looked locked in, and he played really well on Nikola Jokic. I think with the way Jokic has started this game, we'll get a lot of Dwight Howard in the last 3 quarters. LeBron finds Caruso out on the wing. They were trying to get the 2 for 1. Did not happen. Good defense there by the Los Angeles Lakers, by the Denver Nuggets, And Caruso will clear it out. Torrey Craig on LeBron, who has the ball at the logo. He's dribbling in. Wants to pull up, it looks like, but I think he's going to drive. Kicks it out. Finds Kuzma in the corner, who baits the Nuggets into what I thought was a foul. They didn't call the foul, and Kuzma hits a tough shot from behind the 3-point line. Ties it up with 11 seconds remaining. Nuggets bring the ball up. Ball goes to Morris. Ball goes to Jokic. Jokic drives in. Weird looking shot. Goes in because that is what Nikola Jokic does. He makes the weirdest shots, and it just works out really, really well for him, clearly. So Nuggets go into the first quarter. Going into the second quarter now. Up by 2. 29-27. Nikola Jokic has been a dominant force for the Denver Nuggets as always. He has 11 of the Nuggets' 29 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists as well. A really, really strong start for him, and a strong start for both teams here. Nuggets started shaky, and then they answered well in this one. The Lakers started strong, and then they let the Nuggets come back. They took as much of a 4-point lead, never more than that, but a good game so far here. Let's do a little Q&A as we transition from the first to the second quarter. Starting off with Big Play Slay's question, did you see the Bulls hiring Billy Donovan? No, I didn't actually. I mean, I saw it. Yes, I saw it, but I didn't predict that to happen because Donovan was on a team with the Thunder where it was he's winning right now. He's still winning this. Even if they trade Chris Paul, like that is still a pretty solid situation. They're not going to be that great, but it'll be a situation where Billy Donovan's winning more games than he would with the Chicago Bulls. You have Kobe White, you have Lauri Markkanen, you of course have Zach LaVine. You also have guys like Wendell Carter Jr. You have a pretty high draft pick this year that they can use to get a wing to get an upgrade over Otto Porter Jr. if that's the case. And I love Billy Donovan. I don't really understand why he went to Chicago unless he truly thinks they can win right now. Now, they do have some win now guys like Tomas Satoransky and Thaddeus Young, but I don't know if they're an Eastern Conference playoff team right now. I think they could sneak in probably near the bottom. I love Kobe White. I love what he can do. I love Zach LaVine. He's a 20-point-per-game kind of guy, but he's always been pretty inefficient. So I'll be very interested to see what Billy Donovan can do with that roster and if he can push them into playoff contention because, ever since Tom Thibodeau's been gone in Chicago, that team has not been very dominant when it comes to the Eastern Conference, and we'll just have to see. I mean, no D Rose for a long time. Jimmy Butler's been gone, and ever since that, it just has not been much of a dominant force in the Eastern Conference. So keep coming with the questions. I'll keep answering them here as we transition from the first to the second quarter. Get the box score here for you. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Nikola Jokic with 12 minutes played in the first quarter. Next leading scorer for the Nuggets was Jeremy Grant with 5 points and 2 rebounds. Paul Millsap had 4 points along with Michael Porter Jr. Jamal Murray only 3 points, but he did have 4 assists in that first quarter, and Gary Harris had 2 points and 2 assists for the Denver Nuggets. On the Los Angeles Lakers side of the ball, AD leading the way with 7 points, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 foul. LeBron James, strong start, 6 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal to start the first quarter, 3 of 5 from the field. JaVale McGee and Kyle Kuzma, your next leading scorers. Kuzma had 5 points, JaVale 4 points, and 1 rebound. He also had a steal. 3 points for Danny Green and 2 points from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rondo and Caruso both played as well, but they did not score for the Los Angeles Lakers. So we'll get the second quarter started. Keep coming in the live chat. Keep on commenting down below. Big Play Slay coming in with a question. Who do you think will be the most surprising player this season that shocks everyone? He's going to say Colin Sexton. I like that pick. I don't know if it'd be a shock. I don't know if he'd be like a, wow, that guy, I didn't expect him, because he's been really good. Cleveland's just really, really terrible. So I don't know if I'd say Colin Sexton. I think that's a good question. I think a guy like Sekou Doumbouya for the Detroit Pistons, Christian Wood for a full season will be really interesting to watch as well. With that Detroit team, it's a very interesting team. So I'm excited to see what they can do. Maybe we see a little breakout of a guy like Lonzo Ball again. Maybe he has another good year, takes another step forward. That's what I hope, because I think he's a good player. I think Frank Ntilikina, if he gets traded from the Knicks, I think he could be a guy as well. Kevin Knox is a guy that I actually believe in quite a bit. Offensively, defensively is a long way to go, but I like what Kevin Knox can do. I just hope New York doesn't screw him over. Jamal Murray goes to the free throw line. Didn't get fouled, I didn't think, by Markieff Morris, but they called the foul anyway, and he goes to the charity stripe. Knocks down the first one. Nuggets knocks down the second one. Nuggets go up by 4. Heel Renzo Kyle Hige says hello. He wants a shout out and asks who my favorite wrestler is. I'm not big into wrestling. It comes to MMA, Daniel Cormier. I'll take him. I know that's not technically a wrestler. I guess John Cena, The Rock. Basic answers, but those are probably my answers. So let me know who your favorite wrestler is. I don't know a lot of people that are big wrestler fans. We could do a chat sports wrestling thing, I guess, if you guys really wanted that. 31 to 27. Lakers get the ball back here, but immediately turned right back over. LeBron James, Markieff Morris, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, and Rondo in the game for the Lakers. Nuggets get a steal. Jamal Murray pushes up the floor, finds Michael Porter Jr., who pump fakes LeBron, and then knocks down a three right over LeBron James. MPJ had a really great game too. First half, I guess I should say. And so far, he's off to a pretty good start right now with 5 points. He got a three-pointer along with a quick little alley-oop earlier in the game. Nuggets, another steal. Monty Morris pulls up from three in the corner, misses, but Plumlee gets the offensive rebound, misses, and then MPJ again. So that's 7 quick points for Michael Porter Jr. And the Nuggets have jumped out to a 9-point lead to start the second quarter. Lakers off to a terrible start in the second. That is not good news for the Lakers or for Laker fans either. Good start here for the Nuggets in quarter number 2. So, Nuggets take the 9-point lead, and I know a lot of people have developed a bit of bad blood here for the Denver Nuggets. Who's your least favorite Nugget currently on the team? Let me know in the live chat, and I'll give you shout-outs as we get going. You know, I don't really dislike many of the Nuggets, or really any of the Nuggets. I actually think they're actually a pretty high-quality team, and they're, you know, they seem like pretty, you know, well-respected team, but I know Laker fans don't like him as much, so if you got a guy that, you know, you just can't stand that's on the Nuggets, shout him out. We'll get some shout-outs in the live chat. I mean, I guess if I had to pick one, I'm not a huge fan of Michael Porter Jr. I mean, I love him as a player, but the dude needs to shut his mouth sometimes on social media. But as a player, MPJ has been a lot of fun to watch develop. I like Jokic. I like Paul Millsap. I like Jamal Murray. I like Gary Harris. I like Will Barton, but Will Barton's been hurt for a while. Plumlee's kind of whatever. You know, shout it out, whoever you got. Your least favorite Denver Nugget currently on the team. Let me know who it might be. Also, if you haven't already, give this video a like. We got 50 people watching, so I'm hoping we can hit 50 likes before halftime. All you got to do is hit that thumbs up. It's just that simple. We have 22 likes and 50 people watching. That math does not add up. So go ahead, give the video a like. It's a really simple thing you can do. Big Time B-Ball says Burger King. Oh, Nuggets. Least favorite Nuggets. I get it. Hey, don't sleep on Burger King. Could be worse. Who else has bad Nuggets? I like the Burger King answer, actually. We'll go with that one. I could go for some Nuggets right now. You know what I haven't tried? I haven't tried the McDonald's spicy Nuggets, but they look pretty good. I might have to give them a try after this game. If this game ends late and I'm hungry, I might be going to McDonald's afterward to try the spicy chicken nuggets. So get this video to 50 likes. We're trying to get there by the end of the second quarter, by the end of halftime. We'll get the live play-by-play back up here for you in just a second, but currently Lakers took a timeout because Nuggets jumped up to a 9-point lead here in the second quarter. I see Marquise Robertson in the chat for the first time, says, let's go Lakers. If you guys want to shout out, type me in the live chat, and I'll give you a shout out here. 10 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Nuggets jumped out to a 9-point lead, looked really, really strong to start the second quarter. And Lakers just got to respond better. Their defense has to be better, and they have to cut down on the turnovers. That's what killed them to start this second quarter, was the turnovers right off the bat. And you know, if you're going to turn the ball over in the Western Conference Finals, you're going to lose a game. So really, really need to cut the turnovers down and turn them, cut them down quickly, because this has not been a good start. It's why the Nuggets are up 9 points right off the bat. Caruso finds LeBron. So on the floor for the Lakers right now, they didn't change it up out of the timeout. They've got Markieff Morris, Rajon Rondo, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron James on the floor. Another turnover for the Lakers, and then Alex Caruso fouls in transition. Listen, if I'm Frank Vogel, number one, I'm taking Alex Caruso out. Number two, I'm taking Markieff Morris out. The dude doesn't shoot the ball as much as he should from three. If he's open, he needs to shoot the ball, and he's just not doing it. Shout out to Kinsey, by the way. That's from Big Time B-Ball. Not sure who Kinsey is, but I appreciate him or her watching along with us here on the Lakers Report. Marquise says, let's go Lakers, time to win a championship. I'll tell you what, Marquise, if the Lakers are going to continue to turn the ball over like they are right now, they're not going to win anything because this has been a terrible second quarter, and I'm just going to tell it like it is. This has not been good so far. Now they get one back as Mason Plumlee turns it over, and Caruso makes up for his turnover by stealing the ball away from the Nuggets. LeBron drives in on Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig's been playing good defense, and LeBron gets past him, finishes strong from the King, punches it home by driving baseline, 29-36. Marquise Robertson wants a shout out. Shout out to you, Marquise. Appreciate you watching along with us here on the Lakers Report. Lakers come right back and let the Nuggets score another three. Jamal Murray puts one in, and the Nuggets have jumped out to their largest lead of the game at 10 points. 39-29. Jamal Murray has 8 points after that three-pointer to put the Nuggets ahead by 10. And then guess what? They come right back down, and Monty Morris knocks down a jump shot. 41-29. Lakers are falling asleep at the wheel. They have all the control in the world in this game, and it's been really, really bad. I don't know why Anthony Davis isn't in the game. Alex Caruso misses a three, by the way. And the Nuggets come down, and Monty Morris scores another one. That's 43-29. The Lakers have scored 2 points in this second quarter. A terrible, terrible start to the second quarter by the Los Angeles Lakers. They've done nothing but turn the ball over. They're not looking to score the ball well. That's a 15-point lead for the Nuggets, and it's all come in this second quarter. I mean, they don't even look interested in playing this second quarter. Not a good start if you're the Lakers, and if you're a Lakers fan, you should be disappointed and honestly angry at the way that Frank Vogel's coaching this team. He's left this team out on the floor for most of the second quarter and has not changed it up. You have Caruso out there, who's not really a threat to score. You got Rondo out there, who's not a threat to score. You got Markieff Morris, who's not looking to score. Kyle Kuzma, who's scored a couple buckets, but they were both in the first quarter. And then LeBron James, who's going to, do it all by himself. He's the only one that scored in this quarter. You got to get Anthony Davis back out there. You got to have Dwight Howard out there. You got to have JaVale McGee out there. You got to have a guy who can make a difference. Albert says it's over, Lakers lost. I don't know about that. I mean, we know this Denver team can definitely give up a lead if need be, so I'm not worried about it yet, but if this thing gets over 20 points, I mean, if I'm a Lakers fan, I'm going to bed. I'm not staying up to watch this game if that's going to be the case, because it's a 15-point game right now. If the Lakers don't come out of this timeout and score 5 quick ones, I'm going to bed, honestly, if I'm the Lakers. There's no reason to keep playing this game if you're going to go down that much. So in case you're just now tuning in here in the second quarter, Lakers down 44-29. Not good at all. And, frankly, kind of disappointing. They haven't looked like they're interested in playing the game, and not sure what the deal is there. The second quarter's just been full of turnovers. So if you're watching along with us, go ahead and give the video a like. We're at 26 likes right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Help us grow this channel, and the easiest way to do that is by liking the video. Simple. Jerry Randolph says, let's go Lakers. Yeah, I mean, better cheer them on, because right now, there's just not a lot happening for the Los Angeles Lakers. Nobody's scoring the ball consistently, and it's just been ugly to start this one. One thing we do know about this Nuggets team is that they're going to put up a fight. I mean, we saw them go down 3-1 in 2 straight series. They're down 2-0 right now. Their backs are against the wall. So if you're the Lakers, you can't just lie down and let them take over like this. And that's what they've done here in the second quarter. Honestly, I put it all on Frank Vogel right now. Not all on Frank Vogel, but I put a lot of it on Frank Vogel for not making any changes in the second quarter. You have a lineup out there that has, only scored 2 points in the second quarter. You have a lineup out there that has turned the ball over multiple times. You have a lineup out there that's not defending the three-point ball well. Why not change things up in the second quarter, after the first timeout? He came out of the first timeout with the same exact lineup. And we'll see what the changes are here in the second lineup. The Nuggets have made 11 of their last 13 field goals. And most of those are all coming in the second quarter. So on the floor right now for the Lakers, you got Caruso. The only change they made was they put Danny Green in instead of Rajon Rondo. Not sure I understand keeping AD out this long. If you need a spark, put in your second, arguably your best player in this series right now. Danny Green gets to the rim, gets fouled. Lakers have a chance to cut this down to 13 points. Foul on Michael Porter Jr. there. A good take by Danny Green. I'm assuming the reason they put Green in over Caruso, or over Rondo, is because he's actually a threat to score the ball. He's been up and down all season long, but he's definitely a better scorer than Rajon Rondo is. Green makes the first one down to a 14-point game here with 8:34 remaining in the first quarter, but then he misses the second free throw, and Lakers look like they pull in the offensive rebound, I think. Lady Enigma says, Lakers will lose this one. They need to make more money. They won't finish this season with a boring win. All right, Lady Enigma, I don't buy this whole NBA is rigged, Lakers need to make money, NBA needs to make money. That's not the case. This has nothing to do with the referees. They can't rig the game to make the Nuggets score the ball, or make the Lakers score the ball less. It's not going to happen. LeBron backs down Torrey Craig, but Craig playing amazing defense. 3-point shot from Caruso's off. I still don't know why he's in the game, and Mason Plumlee pulls down the rebound. Jamal Murray brings the ball up. Has Caruso on him. I'm assuming that's the only reason Caruso's in right now is to play defense on Jamal Murray, but frankly, I don't even think it's worth it at this point. He just hasn't been good on either end of the ball. He's turned the ball over multiple times. He already has 2 fouls. He's 0 of 3 from 3, 0 of 3 from the field as a whole. But he does force Jamal Murray to miss that shot. And finally, we're seeing Dwight Howard for the first time in this game with 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Terrible shot by Jamal Murray, but good defense there by Caruso, and that's why he's in the game. When he's in the game, he's there to play defense and play defense only. You don't really expect him to score the ball. And he did miss that 3 at the end of game 2 that would have given the Lakers the win, but luckily for him, he had Anthony Davis to bail him out, and that allowed him to, really do what he did, or do what the Lakers did and win that game. So LeBron brings the ball up with Dwight Howard setting a screen on Craig, finds Danny Green on the wing, gets to the elbow, puts up a bad-looking shot, and misses off the back iron. So Lakers have now scored 3 points in this second quarter. The Nuggets have made at one point made 11 of their last 13 shots. And then LeBron gets fouled by Mason Plumlee. Man, there's so many Plumlees in the NBA. There's Miles Plumlee, Mason Plumlee, and then there's that other one that never really did much, but he was at Duke too. I know he played for the Knicks. If anybody wants to help me out there, whoever I'm talking about. I'm sure it starts with an M. But Lady Enigma says Davis not playing, Lakers might lose. Okay, Davis is out right now. Dwight Howard finishes an alley-oop, and big finish there and much needed play for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Denver Nuggets call a timeout, back down to a 12-point game. I haven't seen anything on Anthony Davis. I don't think he's out, but he is sitting out right now. He hasn't been in the entire second quarter. So we will track it. Anthony Davis has not checked in the second quarter. I haven't seen anything about him getting injured or him sitting out for any part of this game. But as of right now, he has not come back into the second quarter. I'm not sure what's going on because the Lakers need him right now. The Lakers went down by as many as 15, and no Anthony Davis to be found. Marshall Plumlee. That is the other Plumlee brother that I was forgetting. Pretty sure he played for the Knicks. I don't think he ever played for anybody else. I remember Miles Plumlee. Miles Plumlee actually had a decent career. But Marshall Plumlee is the one who hasn't really done anything in the NBA. I don't know where he is right now. You know what? Speaking of Marshall Plumlee, why don't we shout out a random NBA player? Because in all honesty, this game hasn't been super exciting yet. So we're going to just try to make it exciting by talking about random NBA players. We talked about Marshall Plumlee. We talked about Miles Plumlee. We talked about Mason Plumlee. Who else you got? Throw it down in the comment section. Jokic back in the game for the Nuggets. Dwight Howard's in the game. He pokes the ball away from Jokic and nearly got a steal. But I think they called a foul on Dwight Howard, and then he gets teed up for tossing the ball. That was just a dumb move by Dwight Howard there. Big play, says Frank Ntilikina. You spelled it wrong, big play, but I appreciate the effort. I thought that was good hustle there by Dwight, and they did call the foul. I mean, he put his shoulder into him, and then Dwight just chucked the ball. Not sure what he was thinking, and he gets teed up there. Big play, says JC. If Danny Green scores another shot, can you roar? It's hilarious. No. If Danny Green scores 25 points, I'll do a roar. Yes, I'll do a roar live on air. Marquise says he thinks the Lakers should have put Anthony Davis back in. Yeah, I think anyone who's anyone thinks thinks the Lakers should have put Anthony Davis in. Jokic and Dwight were kind of jawing back and forth in this on the way back up the floor after the technical foul was called. I guess that was before the technical foul was called, and now Dwight's getting right back in Jokic's face. Dwight Howard's just being a pest, and you know, some people might not like it. Nuggets, by the way, missed the technical free throw, so good break there for the Lakers. Monty Morris finds Jamal Murray out on the wing, guarded by Danny Green. Offensive foul called on the Nuggets. Ball going back to the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, I don't really get why AD is still out. If I'm trying to make a scoring run, I'm going back to him early. He has not played the entire second quarter, and we are, as LeBron just gets stripped. He tried to thread the needle, go between two defenders. It did not work. Jeremy Grant, fast break, gets fouled by Markieff Morris. I don't know why Markieff Morris is in the game either. That dude is useless as a sack of potatoes. And Laker fans, you might not like that, but Markieff Morris, not good. He's kind of a scrub, honestly. LeBron tried to get between MPJ and Jeremy Grant, just turned it right over, right into the hands of Jeremy Grant. He went down, drew the foul, and he's going to the free throw line. Jeremy Grant tonight has 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field. He also has 2 rebounds. Playing defense, of course, on LeBron like he has been all series long. Knocks down the first free throw. Nuggets go up 45-32 with 6:48 remaining in the second quarter. Lakers, by the way, lead the league in deflections in the playoffs at 14.8 per game. Nuggets are 4th in the playoffs at 13.4, and they've been all over the defensive end tonight. They've been forcing turnovers, and the Lakers have been giving them turnovers as well. Anthony Davis finally checks back into the game, but he's on the floor with Rondo, Caruso, Green, and Dwight Howard. Not the ideal lineup I'd want out there with Anthony Davis because there's just nobody else to take the pressure off. AD finds Caruso, who puts up probably the worst floater I've ever seen in my life. Why is Caruso still in the game? Somebody tell me. Why is Caruso still in the game? That was the worst shot I think I've ever seen. He put up a floater from the baseline and it went behind the backboard. What the actual heck was that? Why is Caruso in the game, Frank Vogel? This is a terrible second quarter. I think the Lakers have scored 5 points in the second quarter. 5 points. I put 50% on Vogel, 50% on the Lakers just turning the ball over like crazy, but they get a steal there. Caruso gets to the rim, of course, misses, and Dwight Howard misses the follow-up. He got the offensive rebound and got fouled there. 46-32. Caruso's been miserable. He finally comes out. KCP checks in. And on the floor right now for the Lakers, it is KCP, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo, and Danny Green. On the floor for the Lakers, You got Michael Porter Jr., Monty Morris, Jeremy Grant, Nikola Jokic, and Gary Harris. Lakers down 46-32 with 6 minutes remaining in the second. AD gets into the paint, finds Green in the corner, who lets one rip, and in and out for Danny Green. That has been the story of this game. Lakers have been bad. Nuggets have been good. Nuggets go down. They score. It is now a 16-point game. Biggest lead of the game for the Denver Nuggets. And guess who misses another 3-point shot? You guessed it. It's Danny Green. So, terrible, terrible game so far. Terrible second quarter, I guess I should say. I have never seen less interest in a game from a team than I have from the Lakers in the second quarter. Jeremy Grant gets to the rim, draws another foul. He'll go to the free throw line once again, and the Nuggets have a chance to go up by 18. Good drive and finish there by Monty Morris over Danny Green. Could have called the foul, but didn't happen. Nuggets now lead, biggest lead of the night by 18, 50-32. Nuggets are on a 23-5 run in the second quarter, but AD finally puts a stop to it, gets to the rim. He should have been in the game about 1,000 years ago, but Vogel finally puts him in after the Lakers go down by 15. And he will go to the free throw line. Nice and one finish over Jeremy Grant. He just needs to do that all night. The Nuggets don't have anybody that can really defend him well. Now, if they double team him with a guy like Jokic or even Plumlee, maybe they have a chance, but AD's got to be the go-to here. He has to be the go-to here. He's got 9 points, 3 of 6 from the field. Got a chance to score his 10th point as he does finish the N1 opportunity, and the Nuggets lead is cut back down to 15. Look, if the Lakers can get this down to, I'd say, 10 points before halftime, I'd feel okay about it. I feel like the Lakers actually have a chance. Now, as of right now, I think if it stays around 15, if it gets back up to 18 at halftime, I think it's over. If I'm the Lakers, come fourth quarter, I probably sit guys like LeBron and Anthony Davis. Foul called there on the KCP as he runs right through Monty Morris. Albert back in the chat, by the way, says, "I'm back. Told you it's over." I still don't think it's over. If this can get down to 10 points or even single digits by halftime, I think the Lakers can still pull this out. But as of right now, Nuggets have got this in the bag. Detroit Lions top Micro Mike's in the live chat says, crazy score. It is a crazy score. Didn't expect this to happen. I expect the Nuggets to come out and kind of give a fight, but as of right now, it's more than a fight. They are beating the Lakers to a pulp here in the second quarter. Lakers have scored 8 points in the second quarter. 3 of those points have come from Anthony Davis. 1 point from free throws. It's been bad. By the way, AD's unibrow is really coming in strong right now. Back up to a 17-point lead as Monty Morris knocks down both of his free throws. Monty Morris having a good game off the bench with 9 points for the Nuggets, 3 of 4 from the field. Rondo in the game right now takes it off the Anthony Davis screen. Anthony Davis gets into the paint, can't finish, but foul called there on the Denver Nuggets. AD knocks down his first one, back down to a 16-point game, 36-52. Let's take some questions here in the live chat. Big Play Slay says, who do you think will be the biggest trade of the offseason? I do think Chris Paul is going to get traded, especially now that Billy Donovan is gone. I think that will be the biggest trade. I think another big one will be Aaron Gordon. I don't think he'll be on the Magic next season. I don't think he's in their long-term plans. And frankly, it kind of makes sense with the way that team is constructed right now with guys like Jonathan Isaac, who's probably going to miss the entire season. Nikola Jokic is a big man. Mo Bamba's a big man they just drafted. Monty Morris, another three-pointer. Lakers back down by 18. The Nuggets have 21 bench points as opposed to 7 from the Lakers. AD, though, comes back. He has scored another bucket. Quick shot there off the pass from Rajon Rondo. Man, this is why AD should have been in the game a long time ago. When the Lakers called that first timeout after the Nuggets went on a big run, should have been in the game. And I don't really know what Frank Vogel was thinking by keeping him out. Lakers pushing in transition. Rajon Rondo gets the ball at the top of the key, excuse me. Not sure why they gave him the ball there, because we all know Rajon Rondo is not the most reliable three-point shooter, but it is what it is. Big Play Slay says, do you see a potential blockbuster trade where Ben Simmons gets traded to the Cavs and the Sixers get picks, shooters, and Kevin Love? I think the only way Simmons gets traded to the Cavs is if Colin Sexton and or Darius Garland are involved, because, I mean, if Simmons is gone, you know, your best player is, by the way, AD scores again. Not sure why he wasn't in the game 100 years ago. He's got 16 points. Most of those coming here in the second quarter. Lead back down to 14 points. It's not over. And with the way AD's playing here in the second quarter, I mean, if he can keep doing this and then LeBron James comes back in, the Lakers have a chance to win this one. So back to the Ben Simmons trade. I don't think he's going to get traded. I think Elton Brand wants to keep him around. But if he does go to Cleveland, I think it has to involve some mix of Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, really and truthfully, because the Sixers would want a point guard back. Because if they get, let's say they get Sexton, then they can run a lineup of Sexton, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. And then all of a sudden, you're probably just as good as you were with Ben Simmons, because Sexton's such a good shooter, stretches the floor a little better. I don't think it would involve Kevin Love unless Al Horford's in that trade, and then I think Cleveland would say no. But I think a trade to Cleveland could be a possibility if he does get moved. I see Micro Mike and Big Play Slay talking some football in the live chat. So shout out your favorite NFL team if you guys want to do that. I know they're talking about Darius Slay right now, who honestly I don't know that much about. I'll be honest. I'm the NBA guy here, but I know Darius Slay was with the Detroit Lions. Obviously no longer there. He's gone now. Xavier Hook says, what about a DeMar DeRozan trade? If he opts into his contract, I think there's going to be a reason for that. Assuming if he opts in, which I think he should, because he's not going to get that much money on the open market, I think the Spurs will try to keep him. If he opts out, I think some team will get pretty lucky, and he'll probably take less money to be able to try to win a championship. Dwight Howard, by the way, fouls Nikola Jokic. Jokic will go to the free throw line. Dwight's been a pest, but he hasn't really done much. Hasn't been very effective in this game so far. LeBron back in the game, by the way, along with Dwight and Rondo. So LeBron checks in, AD checks out. Obviously, that's a normal rotation. You got kind of mix them up a little bit. But if I'm the Lakers right now, I'm doing all I can to try to win this game, or at least get down to single digits before halftime. And I think the best way to do that right now is get LeBron and AD on the floor at the same time. Marquise Robertson says, do you see Devin Booker and Chris Paul go to the Lakers with LeBron? Come on, Marquise. Be real, man. Come on. Chris Paul and Devin Booker to the Lakers? How? No, that's not going to happen. Rondo scores a layup, and we're back down to a 4-point game. And then he pulls out a defensive rebound off a Paul Millsap miss. So Lakers do have a chance here to go ahead and try to make them run before halftime. And, they're looking stronger right now. But no AD on the floor. Actually, AD is on the floor now. It looks like he's checked back into the game. Rondo gets the rebound, and he's running in transition. So on the floor right now, Rajon Rondo, Anthony Davis, blocked there by Nikola Jokic on Rondo layup. Rondo, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and I think KCP. Man, if you had told me like 6 years ago that Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, and Dwight Howard would be on the floor at the same time, I would have laughed you out of the gym. Rondo, by the way, missed a three badly out of the corner. Could you imagine prime Rondo and prime Howard with prime LeBron and prime AD? That would have been nuts. Big block there by Dwight Howard, and then KCP gets the save. And the Lakers are running in transition. LeBron gets another turnover. Another turnover, almost, but it went off Nikola Jokic's foot, and nope, they say it went off Anthony Davis, and the ball goes back to the Denver Nuggets. Big time block there by Dwight Howard, but it doesn't matter. The Lakers can't do anything with it on the offensive end. Danielle Wind says, Raiders, Lakers, Dodgers for life. Hey, we have a Raiders channel with Mitchell Renz. He's a big-time Raiders guy, so if you're a Raiders fan, you'll definitely want to go check that out and go subscribe today. He went live for last night's game. By the way, Derek Carr looked like a stud against the New Orleans Saints. I watched that game after I watched Stars hockey, of course, but they lost. Big play Slay. Goran Dragic to the Lakers. I wish we could free up some cap space. I don't see it happening, but we need some vets and not youngsters. Yeah, Goran would be huge. People are saying, oh, he's earned himself a big contract here in the playoffs. While that is true that he's earned it, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes less money to go somewhere where he can win now, or play with a team like the Mavs with like his buddy Luka Doncic. As Dwight Howard finishes over the top of Michael Porter Jr., gets the and one opportunity here, has a chance to cut this down to a 13-point game. MPJ, that is his third personal foul already in the first half. Big time there for the Lakers to get him into foul trouble. Dragic would be a welcome addition to any team. He's been great for the Miami Heat. I think he's going to be a key piece to the team, big key to the Miami Heat if they're looking to make a championship run. Dwight Howard, by the way, missed his free throw. In the playoffs so far, Dwight Howard's been averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds. He's also been playing about 15 minutes per game, so a little under his season average. But we all know, of course, he didn't play that much in the Rockets series because small ball, of course. Big places, I wish they were all in their primes. No one would win the championship ever, assuming you're talking about Rondo, Dwight Howard, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. Yeah, that would be absolutely stacked. Imagine if they also had prime, ooh, nice step back there by Jamal Murray, who hits the shot. Lakers back down 61-45. Lakers have scored now 21 points as KCP knocks down that three-pointer. There was a point in the game in the second quarter where they had only scored 5 points in the quarter, but we're back up to a 13-point lead for the Denver Nuggets. Turnover there forced by Rajon Rondo. It looks like Dwight Howard, actually. Jamal Murray tried to get the ball into Gary Harris in the corner. Just sails over his head. The Nuggets have a chance to get it down to the 10-point game. Like I've been saying, if that's the score at halftime, I do think the Lakers can win this game. Marquise Robertson has as LeBron gets to the rim, down to 11 points, y'all. If this gets down to single digits or even 10 points, I'm picking the Lakers. I'll tell you right now. If they get it down to 10 points, I will still say the Lakers win this game. Call me crazy, but that's what I'm going to say. 61-50, 50 seconds remaining. Nuggets ball. Gary Harris with it, kicks it out to Nikola Jokic, who has the ball on the wing. Defended by Anthony Davis, defended very well by who I believe is the Defensive Player of the Year. Fades back, tough shot, but of course he hits it a la Dirk Nowitzki. What a shot by Jokic, man. I don't know how he does it, but he continues to do it every single game. Hit these crazy, crazy shots. Marquis says Giannis and Thanasis Antetokounmpo for Kyle Kuzma. Oh, man. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Danny Green, and Quinn Cook. No. No. Come on, man. Markieff knocks down a three. Back to a 10-point game. If it's 10 points going into halftime, I'm picking the Lakers. Put all your money on it. Go to your nearest sports book. Go to BetUS. Put your money on it right now. Lakers are going to win this game if it's 10 points at halftime. More than 10 points, don't bet on it. But if it's 10 points or less, I'm picking the Lakers. 10 seconds remaining. Jamal Murray crosses left, finds Millsap in the middle. Millsap, bad pass, tipped out of bounds by LeBron James. 7 seconds remaining. 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. The Lakers could get the final shot here. But the Nuggets might have it. If they make it, we'll see. So at halftime, Paul Millsap misses his shot. 63-53. Nuggets had their deficit, or were up by as much as 20. Jokic, by the way, had a chance to make it at the very end there and missed it, though. Much as 20, they held the Lakers to a very poor second quarter. And now it's been a pretty good game here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pretty good second quarter. They finished it off strong, and now they're only down by 10. So I do think they will be able to come back and win this game. I feel good about it. And you know what? I'd put my money on it. I think the Lakers will end up taking this game from the Denver Nuggets. They lead, the Nuggets that is, 53-63 at halftime. So I'm going to get the full scoreboard updated for you guys. Anthony Davis has 16 points to lead the way for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, 10 points and 9 assists to lead the way for the Lakers in that area. He also has 4 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma's got 5 points. Nikola Jokic has been dominant in this game per usual with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray stepped it up there in the second quarter. He has 12 points and 6 assists, along with 2 rebounds. And then Paul Millsap, 4 points and 2 rebounds for the Denver Nuggets. All right, y'all, I'm going to take a quick break here as we go into halftime, get some water, get some snacks. You guys go put your money on the Lakers because I do think they're going to come back and win this game. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I'll be back with you the entire third and fourth quarter and your post-game breakdown after this one. All right, we're live back here. Third quarter, Lakers versus the Nuggets with 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Still a 10-point game. Nobody scored here yet. Still 0-0 with about a minute passed in this quarter. KCP comes down, knocks down a three, and then knocks down another shot off a Jeremy Grant turnover. And the Lakers have cut this thing down to just 5 points, 58-63. Lakers have gotten out to a hot start here in the third quarter. We're working on getting that play-by-play back up here for you. Here live on the Lakers channel. If you're watching along with us, appreciate all you guys. If you're excited about this game, let me know who you got winning this one. Now the Lakers have got it back down to 5 points. It's close, and it's looking really good for the Lakers to start this one off. So appreciate all y'all that are watching with us. We're going to be live here for the rest of the second half, and then along with some post-game stuff and a little Q&A as well, potentially. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lakers have got this thing back down to a 5-point game. It was 10 points at halftime, and now you're looking at a 58-63 lead for the Denver Nuggets. Starting out the third quarter, the Lakers have come in, and KCP's given you 5 quick buckets, 5 quick points, I guess I should say. And he's got 10 points on the game, 10 points for LeBron, 9 assists, 5 boards. AD has 16 points, no rebounds, surprisingly. 4 points for Danny Green, 4 points for Dwight Howard, who did start the second half. Nikola Jokic, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Denver Nuggets. Gary Harris has got 2 points and 2 assists. Paul Millsap, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Jamal Murray has 12 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Jeremy Grant, 9 points and 2 rebounds. So let me know in the live chat, who you got winning this one now? Is it the Lakers or is it the Denver Nuggets? You guys make the call and let me know in the chat down below. We'll get some live interactions with you. Big Play Slay says it's winning time. Hey, Slay, you were with me when I said it. I said that the Lakers are going to be the team to win this one if they get it down to 10 points, and they did just that at halftime. And now it's down to 5 points. They forced the Nuggets to call a timeout. KCP hit a 3, and then he dunked one home, but Jeremy Grant gets a dunk. Nice play there out of the timeout for the Denver Nuggets. 58-65 here in the third quarter, not the second quarter, excuse me. And we do have a fun one now shaping up for you here between the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers. It got ugly at one point. Nuggets went up by as much as 20 points. Got down to 5. Now it's back up to 7. But Paul Millsap fouls Anthony Davis, and the Lakers will take the ball out of bounds on the sideline. Jamal Murray commits a foul, and looks like they're going to review it. Could be a flagrant here. So as we wait for this review, let's get these random shout-outs going. Name a random NBA player. Whoever you can think of, whoever comes to your mind, name it, and we'll give you some shout-outs. LeBron got elbowed in the face by Jamal Murray, and I think that's what they're going to take a look at. I don't think it was anything malicious, but you never know. A shot to the face always gets at least reviewed. So name a random NBA player, current, past, present, former, whatever. Whoever it may be. Maybe future if you want some draft guys, whoever you got. We'll get some shout-outs in the live chat. Jenny Bingo is in there. I see Raul. I see Big Play Slay, Nader Chip. I see Cut to Black. Here's Yusuf is in here. Kyrie Irving is his shout-out. They're taking a while to review this. I'll be interested to see what they call. I don't think it's a flagrant, but we'll have to see. Kind of just looked like a loose ball foul to me. It didn't look like anything that was really bad. I think Jamal Murray kind of had his arms hooked. Maybe. I mean, it's not good, that's for sure. Well, I don't know. Killer Moves is in the live chat, by the way. Says hello. Appreciate you watching along with us. So, obviously, this is the Western Conference Finals. I think the Lakers are going to make the Western Conference Finals. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. But who's going to make the NBA Finals in the Eastern Conference? Let me know down in the live chat. Is it going to be the Celtics or is it going to be the Miami Heat? Both teams have played really, really well up to this point. It's a 2-1 series lead for the Heat right now. I do think the Heat are going to be the ones to come out of there. And honestly, I think that's what I'm hoping for as well, because I do like watching that team a little bit more. But I also really like guys like Gordon Hayward and Kemba Walker. I like those veterans. I like Jason Tatum as well. And Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. I don't know. I would be happy either way. You know what? I'll take it back. I want the Celtics, but I do think the Heat will be the team. Big Play says the Celtics. Celtics Lakers. I mean, you can't get much better than that. I don't think anybody picked the Celtics to come out of the East at the beginning of the year, but it is what it is. So they call a flagrant 1 on Jamal Murray. LeBron goes to the free throw line. Misses the first one. We all know LeBron, not the most reliable free throw shooter at this point in his career. Missed that one off the back iron. So let me know, which team in the Eastern Conference is going to make the NBA Finals? The only one that's responded has been Big Play Slay. It says the Celtics. So if you guess you guys don't have your own opinion, that's fine. LeBron knocks on the second one, 65-59. The Lakers will get the ball back here. So on the floor for the Lakers, you got Anthony Davis, KCP, LeBron James, and Danny Green and Dwight Howard. On the floor for the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, Gary Harris, Paul Millsap, Jamal Murray, and Jeremy Grant. Lakers ball back. Anthony Davis gets a shot. Same place he hit the game winner, but he misses the 3. Loose ball foul called on Dwight Howard. And we're going the other way. Back to Denver we go. Let me get that live play-by-play back up here for you. 65-59. Nuggets ball after Dwight Howard kind of just runs through Nikola Jokic. Bit of a flop, but he sold it pretty well there. LeBron came down, took what I would say an ill-advised three-pointer from the top of the three. Just not good. When you're trying to make a comeback, you don't want to get those quick shots. You want to take your time. Millsap nearly loses it off his foot, and then Danny Green fouls Gary Harris on a loose ball foul. Ball goes back to the Denver Nuggets. (65-59). Lakers got it down to 5. It's up to 6 now. Could have had it back down to 5, but LeBron missed a flagrant free throw after he got elbowed to the face by Jamal Murray. Jeremy Grant gets past LeBron. LeBron fouls him, pleading his case to the official, but to no avail here. Big Play says, I'm so tired. Yeah, man. This has not really been a great game. I mean, it just hasn't been like an exciting game. But the Lakers, if they come back and win it, I'd say that's pretty darn exciting. So I guess we'll just have to see what the Lakers can do here, huh, Play? Big Play, I'd love to know what your actual name is, because you're a loyal watcher here, and I have no idea what your actual name is. I just know you as Big Play Slay. If you don't want to tell us, that's fine. But same time, I'd greatly appreciate it so that we can actually address you by your name. Daniel Wide says, or Danelle Wind, I guess. I don't know how to say your name. What would it take for the Lakers to get Dennis Schroeder or Devin Booker? Dennis Schroeder probably take at least Talen Horton-Tucker, maybe Kyle Kuzma. Devin Booker, it would take your entire team and then some. The Lakers do not have what it takes to get Devin Booker on this team. I don't care how good you think Kuzma is. I don't care how many draft picks you put in there. Lakers draft picks are not going to be worth that much. AD misses a shot. I don't know why Anthony Davis isn't just going in and scoring, because nobody can help, can do anything about it down low. Murray finds Millsap on the corner, finds Grant on the wing, and he knocks down a three-pointer. And the Nuggets are right back up by double digits, 69-59. Jeremy Grant has been dominant in this third quarter as he knocks down another layup after an Anthony Davis turnover, who he tried to take it in on Jamal Murray and then just a terrible pass. Grant got on the open floor and finished a nice little finger roll on the open floor. 12-point lead now for the Nuggets. Grant has 17 points for Denver. So what I want you guys to do right now is predict who's going to win this game. Let's get some shout-outs going in the live chat. It's going to be the Lakers, or is it going to be the Nuggets? As of right now, the Nuggets are out hustling the Lakers on every single play, and it's been really ugly to watch. They're forcing turnovers. They are knocking down their threes. The Lakers are not aggressive down low. They are simply trying to defeat the Nuggets on the wings, and frankly, the Nuggets have better wings than the Lakers do, so it's just not going to happen. Here, as Yusuf says, the Lakers are going to come back. Well, they came back once. Can they come back again? Or are they going to get kind of tired? I mean, if this is a 12 to 15 point game in the fourth quarter, I just don't think it's going to be. I don't think there's any reason for the Lakers to really play their guys. I mean, if it's 15 or more, I say you sit LeBron and AD and just ride it out with guys like J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters, who actually isn't even playing. He's out. Gray says, show it live. We are showing it live. Look, we got the live play-by-play for you right here. So stop your whining and watch it right there. Just that simple. You also get to look at my pretty face the entire time. So appreciate you guys watching with us here. As Yusuf says, the Lakers are going to win this one. They got to come back from a 12-point deficit. They buried themselves in this hole. It got down to 5 points at one point here in the third quarter, and then Jeremy Grant happened. And Jeremy Grant was dominant in this third quarter. LeBron playing some iso ball on Grant and then just fades away. That's a terrible shot, but he made it. And we're back to a 10-point game. 71-61 could be the start of a LeBron James takeover. And if LeBron James takes over and Anthony Davis plays the way he's been playing all night long, Lakers are going to look good. And then Nikola Jokic answers with a three of his own, and the Nuggets are right back up by 13. Jokic, 18 points. That's his first three of the night. LeBron right back on the baseline with Jeremy Grant on him, and he's doing the same thing. He's putting him in an isolation situation, and fades away once again. Hits another tough shot over Jeremy Grant. 63-74, 11-point game. LeBron wants to take this one over. And he's doing the best he can, but the rest of the Lakers still need to step up quite a bit. And then Millsap gets blocked by LeBron James. LeBron goes down and scores again. Now we're back down to single digits. Millsap and AD kind of slow to get up as they both get tangled up on the ground. Quick floater there by LeBron. That's 6 straight points by LeBron James. And that's what you like to see out of the best player, one of the best players of all time. Grant drives in and draws the foul on Danny Green. Another big-time play by Jeremy Grant. He's been great. He has been great. 42 people have liked the video. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and give this video a like. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Also, let me know where you're watching from. We get a ton of watchers from a ton of different places all over the world. So whether you're in LA, New York, Miami, Texas, Canada, the Philippines, Nova Scotia, wherever you're from, go ahead, shout it out. Let me know where you're watching from. Big Play, of course, watching from Syracuse. I already knew that one because Big Play and I are tight. I know him like a brother, except I don't even know his real name. Danelle Wind is watching from Wenatchee, Washington. Here is Yusuf watching from Saudi Arabia. Appreciate you guys. Keep letting me know where you're watching from, and you can get a shout out here live on screen. Grant knocks down both of his free throws, back to an 11-point game. Grant has been huge here for Denver in the third quarter. Just kind of taking over, honestly, for this Denver team. And nice break for Nikola Jokic, which is not good news for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron drives right, gets it blocked by Paul Millsap. The ball goes back to the Lakers, and then LeBron misses a jump shot, and rebound goes to the Nuggets. But then Jamal Murray goes down, misses a shot of his own, and the ball is back to the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, I love LeBron being aggressive. I do. But I don't love settling for long twos. There's just no reason to do that. Good defense there by KCP to force that Jamal Murray miss. Rebound goes to Danny Green. LeBron drives it. Got Nikola Jokic switched on to him, and Grant gets right back onto him. Green pump fakes, drives right, finds KCP up top, then finds LeBron. And I think we got a offensive off-the-ball foul again on Dwight Howard. No, 3-second turnover there. 3 seconds in the paint, sat there a little too long. Big Play says, who do you think will be a sleeper finals MVP? For the Lakers, I mean, you got to say Kyle Kuzma, right? Like, that would be the sleeper. Now, obviously, LeBron and AD are the two favorites. Wow, great three there by Gary Harris. It's back up to a 14-point game. But Lakers go right back down and answer one of their own. It's LeBron who finds AD in the corner, misses a three, but KCP gets a look at what I found, rebound, puts in the shot, back to a 12-point game. So let's do finals MVPs for each team in the bubble. So I'll do my favorites for each team and then my sleeper pick. So for the Lakers, it's AD and LeBron as the favorites, but I'll say really and truly probably Kyle Kuzma as the backup, as Dwight Howard just loses the ball out of bounds. Dwight's had a terrible third quarter. And he'll check out now. Markieff Morris will check in. Terrible. So, yeah. That's mine for the Lakers. For the Nuggets, the favorites are obviously Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. My sleeper would be Michael Porter Jr. He'd have to make a big time push there off the bench. For the Miami Heat, your favorites are probably Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. My sleeper would be Goran Dragic. For the Boston Celtics, I mean, is it fair to say Kemba Walker is a sleeper? Because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are your two best players. I guess another sleeper on that team would be Gordon Hayward if he comes back 100% healthy. He looked pretty okay in game, 3, as Jokic makes a tough runner in the paint off of Jamal Murray assist, back up to a 14-point game. On the floor for the Lakers, Rajon Rondo, Anthony Davis, Danny Green. Rondo, by the way, gets the bucket. Nice shot there. 69-point alert. Appreciate you guys watching along with us. You guys can let me know who your finals MVP picks and finals MVP sleeper picks are as well in the live chat. Big Play says Rondo. I don't think Rondo's going to be that good. I mean, he'd have to do what like Andre Iguodala did. By the way, another shot there. No defense being played on Monty Morris, who now has 14 points for the Denver Nuggets. AD misses a 17-point pull-up jump shot, and the Nuggets get the rebound. Still don't know why I don't know why AD took that shot. He should have just drove in. That was stupid. Danny Green almost got the strip there, but they call foul. So I see Albert in the chat says it's over. Still not going to say that. I'm not there yet, but it's definitely looking uglier and uglier. The Lakers just don't look real interested in playing this game, in all honesty. I don't really understand why. They've settled for bad shots here in the third. The second quarter is really where they lost it. They're not playing good defense. They're taking terrible shots here in the third. Shot selection has been a F. Danny Green's been fouling like crazy. Dwight Howard's made a bunch of bonehead mistakes here in the third. And in all honesty, the Nuggets look like they just want it more tonight. And that's the case. 18-point game now as Nikola Jokic tips in an offensive rebound off a Paul Millsap miss. They just want it more tonight. That's really the case. I don't think it's over, but if this thing is, double digits by the fourth quarter, I say you just rest the stars and AD and LeBron James. There's just no reason to play those guys more than necessary because, you still got a 2-0 lead. And if they lose tonight, still a 2-1 lead. And that's great, but we'll see. Kuzma checks in now, and Kuzma's been pretty terrible tonight. Absolutely terrible. 5 points, two shots. He checks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who got the lead down to 5, but now it's right back up to 18. Nuggets led by as many as 20 at one point. And the Lakers just aren't playing defense. I mean, there's been no defense out on the wings. It has not been a good game. So let me know. Go ahead and shout it out. Who's going to win this game? You guys make the call. It's going to be the Lakers or the Nuggets. As AD makes a shot down low. 87-71, 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this game. No LeBron on the floor right now for the Lakers. They've got Rondo, Markieff, Davis, Kuzma, and Alex Caruso. Big play still picking the Lakers despite saying they're playing horrible. Jamal Murray steps back and knocks one down over Kyle Kuzma. Here's Yusuf says he's still picking the Lakers. I'm not. BoyTube says Lakers just don't have the motivation tonight. They're going through the motions. Yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful game. AD spins right, finds Markieff, who finds Kuzma, who drives in the baseline. Just a terrible pass. God, dude, the Lakers have turned the ball over so many times tonight. Let's look at it. Let's look at how many turnovers. Lakers have turned the ball over 12 times tonight. 12 times. Terrible. Absolutely miserable. And the Nuggets just want it more than that. That's the honest truth. Ball going back to the Lakers. Offensive foul there on the Nuggets. Just an illegal screen there from Torrey Craig. Kind of stuck his knee out. Got Caruso stuck up on it. So what I want you to do now, let's have some fun because this game's not been fun. Name a random Laker. Comment it down below in the live chat. Most random Laker you can think of. Past, present, future. As AD gets called for the offensive foul. Holding his wrist a little bit. That's close. But good charge taken there by Jeremy Grant. Big play, says Rick Fox. Here's Yusuf, says Quinn Cook. I kind of can't believe Quinn Cook hasn't played at all for this Laker team. I mean, he's a shooter. But, yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot else. Murray drives right past Markieff Morris and finds... No, that was Murray who actually made that shot. Back up to a 20-point lead. Big play, says Taylor Horton-Tucker. BoyTube says Lamar Odom. This is the largest deficit, not only of the game, but of the playoffs now for the Lakers. They are down by 20 points to the Nuggets. If I'm Frank Vogel, I'm calling off the dogs. I'm taking LeBron out. I'm taking AD out in the fourth quarter. No reason to play them as AD makes a shot from the top of the key. Back down to an 18-point game. Big play, says he's not watching Skip and Shannon tomorrow. Yeah, don't watch Skip and Shannon. Watch Chat Sports instead. Rondo and one finish there. Got a chance to cut it down to 15, and all of a sudden, who knows? You know, this Laker team is so up and down right now. A lot of turnovers, a lot of bad defense. You know, when they start trying, when they start playing desperation mode, they can win a game. But that's just not the case right now. They're not winning. They're not playing like they're desperate to win. They're playing like, we're up 2-0, we don't really care. And it's kind of with Vince in the second quarter. So let me ask you this one as well, because I know most of you guys are Lakers fans. Who is your, as the Nuggets make another shot, who's your favorite Laker of all time? Let me know in the chat down below, whether it's Kobe Bryant, Kareem, Wilt, Jerry West, Magic Johnson, LeBron, Anthony Davis, whoever it may be. Let me know down below. Pau Gasol. Maybe it is Dwight Howard. Maybe Steve Nash is one that you got. Let me know. So third quarter ends. LeBron misses a jump shot, 75-93. Grant missed a full three-quarter shot three-pointer. And we will go into the fourth quarter with the Lakers down 75-53. Big play Slay says MJ, not a Laker. Here's Yusuf says Kobe. Big play says Kobe. BoyTube says, what happened to Dion Waiters? I think he hurt his groin or something. He's been dealing with injuries. He's, even if he was healthy, he wouldn't really be playing right now. Alejandro says LeBron James. So keep shouting out your favorite Laker of all time. Not just this year, not just last year, but of all time. Personally, I'll say Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol is probably my favorite. Oh, Big Play says Magic Johnson, not Michael Jordan. Well, if you say MJ, it's Michael Jordan. All right, let's get that straight. Nobody ever thinks Magic Johnson when you hear MJ. Albert says Magic Johnson. Who else we got? Keep letting us know in the live chat down below. We start the fourth quarter off with a Rondo layup. That's the second straight bucket for Rajon Rondo. So I'm going to ask you this question. Who wins this series? Denver or Los Angeles? You guys type it down below, and I'll give you my shout-outs as I see them come in. Big Play Slay says LA. Who else? Who else we got? Anybody else in the chat? Let us know down below. On the floor for the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma, who just missed a stupid, idiotic shot. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Alex Caruso has been terrible, and Rajon Rondo, who's actually been very good for the Lakers tonight, but not good enough. as they still are down now 95-77. Alejandro says LA. Here's Yusuf says Lakers. Exercy YT says LA. I'll take the Lakers as well. I do think they're going to end up winning this series. I don't think they're going to end up winning tonight. They're now down by 20 points. And honestly, wouldn't be surprised if they just take out LeBron and AD and don't put them back in. I don't think they should put them back in. As Jamal Murray gets all the way to the rim, finishes off a strong dunk. 10 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this painful game that is probably going to be over before it's actually over, if you guys know what I mean. So I asked this one earlier. I'm going to ask it again. Boston or Miami? Who's going to make it out of the East? Let me know in the live chat. Let's get some shout-outs going. If you guys want a shout-out, type me. Let's see who can say me the most in the live chat. I want to see who can do it. I bet it's going to be Big Play Slay. He never lets me down. But we'll see. Maybe Albert, because Albert's back to tell me that he was right. You were right, Albert. Here's Yusuf says me one time. Says it again. That's 2. So far, here's Yusuf has got the most in there. You know, the weird thing about the Nuggets is that they just respond so well after a tough loss. They really do. It's just kind of what they've been doing all playoffs long, and they're continuing to do it now as you see them, you know, they're up 20 on the Lakers. And they're probably going to win this game. I'm assuming AD and LeBron are going to come out. I think they should. Don't risk injury. Just take them out. There's no reason to keep them in. But it looks like LeBron's staying in the game, and KCP. So it's Caruso, Rondo, Kuzma, Davis, and LeBron. No Dwight Howard. Anthony Davis takes a 3, gets fouled, has a chance to cut it down to 17 points. If the Lakers come back and win this, I think they'll sweep the Nuggets. But I don't think they're going to come back and win this one. Big Play says, I swear, if the Nuggets win this series, I'm done. Not watching basketball no more. Yeah, if the Nuggets actually won this series and I was a Lakers fan, I'd be pretty heated. I probably wouldn't watch the finals, honestly. Man, imagine the NBA Finals of the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. Who would have thought that? Anthony Davis, by the way, 0 rebounds. 0. That's terrible. Here is Yusuf, by the way. He's crushing all you guys. He's got me more in the chat more than anybody. So if you want to get a shout out like here is Yusuf, you got to get some me's in the chat. I'm not seeing them right now. AD makes the first one down to a 19-point game. AD makes the second one down to an 18-point game. Lakers can get it down to 17 if AD makes this last one. Big play says, holy moly, the me's are just flying everywhere. Alejandro says we could come back. Yeah, you could. But based on the way this thing's going, I don't know, because the Lakers keep doing this. They haven't had a lead since the first quarter, I think. Second quarter. Second quarter was absolutely abysmal by LA. Michael Porter Jr. takes an ill-advised three that rims out, and Rondo gets the defensive rebound, pushing in transition. Finds LeBron, who takes a three at the top of the key and knocks it down. Got a 14-point game. In typical Laker fashion, they're making this more dramatic than necessary. Here's Yusuf, by the way. Got the me's in the chat. He's killing it right now. Appreciate Here's Yusuf interacting with us. You know, you Laker fans, you're not interacting as much as I'd like to see you do it. So if you guys want to be better, you got to interact more like Here's Yusuf. Jamal Murray knocks down a two, up to a 16-point game here with 9:40 remaining. LeBron brings the ball up, double-teamed, picked up by Torrey Craig. LeBron dribbles between his legs, goes left, finds, gets fouled, it looks like, on the shot attempt on Torrey Craig. So Caruso is just getting cooked by Jamal Murray. Let's just acknowledge that right now. Big Play Slay says LAL. Yeah, see who can type. So think the Lakers are going to win, type LAL. I think the Nuggets are going to win, type DEN. Kuzma, by the way, makes a nice little layup there. A nice cut, nice find by Caruso. And then the Lakers go down, and they get a stop on the other end. And now, all of a sudden, we got a 14-point ball game. So things are getting interesting. But the Lakers still have only a 2.5% chance to win this game, according to ESPN. So good contest there by Anthony Davis. LeBron brings the ball up, finds Rondo, who slows things down a little bit, who finds Davis. Davis blocked by Jeremy Grant. And then Anthony Davis gets a bucket after a Kyle Kuzma assist. Now we got a 12-point game. So this is all of a sudden down to a 12-point game with 8:43 remaining. If the Lakers win this, I will be shocked, but they're trying their hardest as of right now. Listen, I'll say this. If the Lakers win this game, they were down by 20. If the Lakers win this game, it's going to be a sweep. The Nuggets will get crushed in Game 4. So get your votes in the live chat as you're watching along with us. LAL if you think the Lakers are going to come back and win. DEN if you think the Nuggets are going to hold on and win. Let me know in the live chat. Shout it out down below. Also, make sure you like this video. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get this up to at least 50 likes. So we got it up to 50 likes, so we broke that at least. Let's get it to 100 likes. I think we can do it. All you guys that are watching right now, I know you haven't all liked the video yet, so give this video a thumbs up. It's really simple. So I see some votes in the chat, but I'm not convinced we have enough Laker fans watching. I think there's more Nuggets fans watching right now. So if you're a Laker fan, type LAL. If you're a Nuggets fan, type DEN. Let's see who's got more. And you can vote more than once. In fact, you can vote 100 times if you want. But as of right now, I think we have more Nuggets fans in the chat because they've been more interactive than you Lakers fans have. So if you're a Laker fan watching, type LAL. If you're a Denver fan watching, type DEN. Down to a 12-point ball game. It was up to 20 at one point. I see a couple LALs, but I'm getting texts from my Nuggets friends, and they're saying they're watching too. So you guys are going to have to be louder than that. I mean, you got to be more than you guys. Hasn't been very good so far. Not a good showing from you Laker fans. We need more. Now I'm seeing the Laker fans roll in. Let's see some more LALs. Keep those coming in. If the Lakers want to win this game, they got to play solid defense. And, you know, right now, it's kind of 50-50, but we'll have to see what happens. So I'm seeing the LALs come in, but I've still gotten texts from Denver Nuggets fans saying they're watching. And I've gotten more texts than I've seen LALs in the chat. So I'm just letting you guys know the truth. You guys are getting shown up by the Nuggets fans. So got to be better than that. As LeBron knocks down a shot, it's back down to a 10-point ball game with 8:20 remaining. Assist coming from Caruso. Nice dunk there by LeBron James in the open court. I see LA Nuggets. That's not a thing. So LAL or DEN, who's going to win this game? Let me know. And if you haven't liked the video already, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Peter says Denver versus Nuggets. That doesn't make any sense. But Lakers currently on a 12-2 run over the last 2.5 minutes. Jeremy Grant turns the ball over, and AD kind of forces the steal, and then Caruso gets the loose ball. Rondo finds Davis, who passed back to Rondo, and it's a turnover. Rondo cannot control the pass from Anthony Davis. Still a 10-point ball game with 7:45 remaining. And offensive goaltending, and all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to an 8. That was not goaltending, by the way. That was clearly off the rim. Oh, no, I see what was happening. It was coming down, and he tipped it up. Okay, yeah. Good call there by the refs. We're down to an 8-point ball game with 7:30 remaining, and the Nuggets have called a timeout. So if you guys are having fun, because this game went from real boring to real exciting real fast. If you're having fun, hit that thumbs up, and if you want a shout out, type S in the live chat. If you want to shout out, type S in the live chat. I'll give rapid fire shout outs here as we get going with 7:38 remaining. The Lakers have cut this down to an 8-point deficit. Here is Yusuf wants his shout out. Physics TV wants his shout out. Big Play Slay, BoyTube99, DNEL Wind, Physics YT. Here is Yusuf again. Get those S's in the live chat. We're down to an 8-point game, guys. Leron Williams is in the chat. Daryl Mason, Alejandro Suarez. I wish, what's his name? Is it Dalton? What was his name? What was that guy's name that was in here and he was saying, hey, it's over? Hey, all of a sudden, it's getting exciting once again. 99-91. Lakers were down by as many as 20 points here in the fourth quarter. Started the fourth bad. I thought they were going to take out LeBron and AD. Didn't happen. But who you got? Lakers or the Nuggets? And if you haven't liked the video already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. 53 likes, only 5 dislikes right now. Appreciate you guys not hitting that thumbs down. If you did hit the thumbs down, what's wrong with you? So we're getting back to the action here. LeBron has been pretty stellar in this fourth quarter. He currently has 22 points, 9 assists. He's 1 rebound away from a triple-double. AD's got 27 points, but 0 rebounds, which is very, very weird. I'm getting texts from my Nuggets fans saying they're going to win this thing. So, and Physics TV, or YT, says the same thing. Gary Harris finds Porter Jr. in the corner. Kicks it right back to Jamal Murray, who's got, I believe, Rondo on him. Step back three, no good, but there's a foul called. I'm going to turn the volume up on this TV a little bit. By the way, I don't know if you guys watching Practical Jokers, but Frank Vogel looks just like Joe. I hope we all can realize that. 99-91. Let's get that play-by-play back up for you guys. All of a sudden, another steal, another breakout, and another dunk by LeBron. 6-point game, ladies and gentlemen. 6-point game. Rondo has come to play. Playoff Rondo, and he has now passed Kobe Bryant for the most playoff assists of all time. 1,041 assists off that pass to LeBron James in the open floor. Jokic finds Jeremy Grant, who drives into a double team. Bad pass by Jokic. Turnover. LeBron pushing in transition. He slows it down wisely as it was a 4-on-1 fast break in favor of the Nuggets. Caruso open in the corner. Finds LeBron, who gets to the middle. It's a 4-point game. It is a 4-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Caruso finds LeBron James, and now 95-90. The Lakers have 8 points off turnovers in this quarter alone. 4-point game with 6 minutes remaining. Rondo's been great. LeBron has been terrific. Rondo, another steal, pokes it away from Jokic, slows it down, finds Kuzma, who misses the shot, but they call it foul. So Jokic fouls Kyle Kuzma. No, wait. I don't know what just happened. Rondo's been insane. I mean, just amazing. Wow, what a game. What a game this has turned into. So Kuzma did get fouled by Jokic there. That's Nikola Jokic's second foul, so not a big deal. Kuzma goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first, misses the second. It's a 3-point ball game with 6 minutes remaining. Guys, it was a 20-point game. A 20-point game earlier in the fourth quarter. The Lakers were playing terrible. In fact, I gave up hope on them. I truly thought this game was over. By the way, DNEO Wind says he has a tattoo of Kobe Bryant. That's awesome. 3-point game, 6 minutes remaining. Grant, tough floater over LeBron James. Back to a 5-point game, 101-96, 5:44 remaining in this game. And the Lakers are playing with fire in their bellies right now. LeBron James has Jeremy Grant on him with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pick gets Nikola Jokic switched out onto LeBron. LeBron drives right, finishes in the paint, 98-101, back to a 3-point game with 5:24 remaining. I'm going to keep this play-by-play up for you guys so you guys can watch it along with me. Over 100 of you guys watching. If you haven't liked the video already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Rondo brings the double team with Caruso, but gets a little over-aggressive there, and they call a foul. And honestly, the difference in this game has been playoff Rondo. And man, truthfully, I'm not a Rondo guy. I'm not. But I got to give him his credit because he's been amazing right now. Mark says, shout out from the Philippines. Here is Yusuf says, go LeBron. Stacy Gomez says, blessings. Appreciate you, Stacy. Daryl Mason says, Lakers about to take this. They sure have a chance. Jokic takes one of his tough fadeaway shots, misses it badly. Rebound goes to Anthony Davis. Bad pass by LeBron. Tried to find KCP in the open court. Jamal Murray drives, kicks it out. Foul called on Anthony Davis. That's Anthony Davis's third personal foul. By the way, he does have his first rebound now, 27 points. So KCP checked in for Rondo. They gave Rondo a quick breather, but Rondo checks right back in. Caruso checks out, and it is a 3-point game. Big Play says, who you got, JC? Man, my heart wants to pick the Lakers, but they've already done this earlier in the game. Millsap, by the way, blocked by LeBron. Big-time block. Rondo finds Kuzma in the open court. I keep on saying the open field. I got football on my mind. KCP, open three. Miss it off the front of the rim. Rebound goes back to the Nuggets. 3-point game, 4:23 remaining. I'm going to say You know what? I think this could go to overtime. I really do think it could go to overtime. Foul called again on the Lakers. Too many fouls here at the end of this one. They've made a good run, but they're fouling a bit too much for my liking. By the way, LeBron does have a triple-double now. He now has 26 playoff triple-doubles in his career, 4 behind the great Magic Johnson for the most in NBA history. By the way, 15 ahead of the next leading guy, Jason Kidd, with 11. AD closes out, missed by the Nuggets from the corner. Rebound goes to Kuzma, who pushes to LeBron, and it was a 3-on-1 fast break in favor of the Nuggets. So LeBron wisely takes it out. He's got Jeremy Grant on him. I'm sure the Lakers would like to get the switch here, and they do. They don't. LeBron's step back three is no good, badly missed. LeBron tried to get the rebound. Everybody's on the floor. Jeremy Grant in the open floor gets fouled and will go to the free throw line. Hey, Sam Gonzo, I'm kicking you out, buddy. Sorry. You have been removed from the chat. So, man. Unfortunate foul there because Jeremy Grant just stepped on the foot of Kyle Kuzma and just got tripped up. Big Play says, why are we shooting? Yeah, if I'm the Lakers right now, I'm getting to the basket, man. They haven't been able to stop anything at the rim. Go to AD, go to LeBron at the rim. And Jeremy Grant, by the way, knocks down the first free throw. And the Lakers will call a full timeout. 3:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Lakers have gotten it down to a 4-point game. All right, we're right back. Jeremy Grant knocks down his second free throw, 103-98 with 3:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lakers were down by as many as 20 points. They have now outscored the Nuggets here in the fourth, 23-10. Ball goes back to the Lakers, and they are going to Anthony Davis on the block with Jeremy Grant on him. Spins. Tough pass out to Rondo, who floats one up, misses, but foul called on, I believe, Nikola Jokic. That will be Jokic's third foul. No. Yeah, third foul. Rondo makes the first one. 99-103. Yeah, it was definitely a foul. Albert says the refs saved the Lakers. Albert, I disagree, man. I think the Lakers have just outplayed the Nuggets here in the fourth quarter, and it's not over. I mean, the Nuggets can still definitely win this one, as Rondo misses the second free throw. And Jeremy Grant gets the defensive rebound. 3.5 minutes remaining here. Rondo's got 9 points, 7 assists. He is 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Jamal Murray misses a layup. Rebound goes to Anthony Davis. Jamal misses that floater. Rebound goes to AD. LeBron brings the ball up. He's got Paul Millsap on him. He drives left. Oh, behind the back. Tough fadeaway shot. Just rolls off the rim. Nikola Jokic pulls in the defensive rebound. Each team has one timeout left. It's a 4-point game with 2:42 remaining. Anthony Davis gets switched on Jamal Murray. Rondo is on Nikola Jokic, who tries to fade, but good defense there by Rondo. Jokic resets, finds Gary Harris. Gary Harris loses the ball out of bounds, midair, ball back to the Lakers. 2:42 remaining, 103-99. Holy moly, this is a fun game, y'all. It was really boring for a really long time. And now all of a sudden it's becoming interesting. LeBron drives left, finds an open Kuzma from 3 who hesitated, and he missed the shot because he hesitated. Should have taken it right off the bat. He pump faked and then pump faked nobody because nobody was driving at him. Nuggets ball. Jamal Murray brings it up with Alex Caruso switched onto him, I believe. So AD is on Jokic, Caruso on Jamal. Jamal steps back, a tough 3. Wow-wee. Big shot there by Jamal Murray. 7-point game, 2:10 remaining. LeBron has the ball, has Jeremy Grant on him. Wanted the 3, didn't take it. LeBron finds Kuzma in the middle, who finds Rondo in the corner. And offensive foul called there on Rajon Rondo. Paul Millsap got hit in the face. 1:54 remaining in this game. It is now a 7-point game. Jamal Murray has been amazing. 25 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 9 of 16 from the field. 25 points for Nikola Jokic, for Jokic, 25 for Jeremy Grant. So they wanted to look at it, but they just say play on. 7-point game here with about 2 minutes remaining. Nuggets ball. Rondo had a bad turnover there. Kind of just hit Paul Millsap in the face. Murray drives in. Tough pass. Finds Millsap down low. Finds Murray in the corner. Tough pass. Oh, wow. What a pass there from Jamal Murray, who hits Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap dunks it home. LeBron finds Caruso, finds Rondo, who takes a 3, and that is not the shot you want at this point in the game. You do not want Rajon Rondo shooting 3s right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good look there. So it's now a 9-point lead with less than 1 minute remaining. I think the Nuggets have got this in the bag at this point. Jamal Murray makes a step back, and this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. So Lakers got it down, and it was fun, but it looks like now the Nuggets are firmly in control and will not let this one slip away. LeBron gets another assist under his belt. That's now 11 assists as Kyle Kuzma makes that one. It was a fun run, but it looks like the Nuggets are going to win their first game of the series. 10-point game. Kyle Kuzma can cut it down to 9 here with 48 seconds remaining. Jokic, another foul there. Daryl Mason says, should have had Dwight in there. No, I don't think he should have. Why? Kuzma knocks down his free throw. 9-point game with 47 seconds remaining. Kuzma now has 10 points, assist, a rebound, and a foul. Now 11 points. Make that with that free throw. So it's a 9-point game, 48 seconds remaining. I hope we don't play the foul game here because this has been a long game already. Ball goes into Gary Harris. They will foul him, and he'll go to the free throw line. Physics YT says, I got the Nuggets in 7. Nah, I'm not picking the Nuggets. I think the Lakers will respond and win the next 2. I think it was a fun game, but I think the Nuggets showed a lot of weaknesses still in this game by letting the Lakers come back as much as they did. By the way, LeBron makes another shot. That's now 30 for LeBron James. He's got a 30-point triple-double with 11 assists and 10 rebounds as well. So they foul Jeremy Grant, who will go to the free throw line. Grant, by the way, has a chance to get 27 if he makes these. He misses the first one, so 26. So 26 points for Jeremy Grant. He was the difference really tonight for the Denver Nuggets. I mean, Jamal Murray, of course, was the best player on the floor for Denver, but you know, Jokic was solid too. He had 22 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 28, 12, and 8 for Jamal, and 26 and 3 for Jeremy Grant. So Caruso misses a three-pointer. Rebound goes to Millsap, and the Nuggets will dribble the clock out here. And that will do it. Denver wins Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers still lead the series 2-1, so no need to hit that panic button quite yet. Anthony Davis finishes with 27 points, but only 2 rebounds. LeBron James, 30 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. Rajon Rondo had a great game, 9 points, 8 assists. He also had a few steals. Jokic, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray led the way. 28 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. And Jeremy Grant was huge. 26 points and 3 rebounds. First Western Conference Finals win for the Denver Nuggets here in Game 3. New career high for Jeremy Grant with 26 points. What a great game from the Denver Nuggets. And you know, tough loss tonight for the Lakers. But we'll have all the post-game recap. I will break down exactly what happened in this game tomorrow here on the Lakers channel. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And don't worry, we'll be talking all things Lakers tomorrow on this channel. You guys will not want to miss it. Make sure to watch the post-game. Yeah, the 2 rebounds from AD, not ideal. But it is what it is. And the Lakers lose 1. But I think they'll be okay. I still pick the Lakers to win this in 5. I think they'll win the next two. I think they'll come back heated in this next game, and they'll be just fine. I'm not too worried about it. Great game from Rondo. Great game from LeBron. Good game offensively from Davis, but bad rebounding game. And then everybody else was kind of meh. Jamal, Jeremy Grant, even Paul Millsap, too much to handle for the Los Angeles Lakers here in Game 3.